So let me go back to chapter number 1. We're talking about our source, the source from which we come, how we get to the manifest in our history even before the manifest. So again, page 4, chapter 1, that last paragraph, it says, now seeds are perfect. It's a metaphor about the spirit man. Seeds are perfect, dealing with your unlimited potential. As perfect as the source from which they come. Where do they come from? The heart of Allah. But they are not unfolded into life made manifest. The child is as perfect as the mother is. So man, the seed, must be deeply planted in a soil that he might grow, unfold, as does the bud unfold to show the flower. The human seed that came forth from the heart of Allah was foreordained to be the Lord of the plane of soul and of the plane of things made manifest. That's your birthright. So Allah, the husbandman of everything that is, threw forth this human seed into the soil of soul. It grew apace, and man became a living soul. And he became the Lord of all of the kingdom of the soul. Hark now, let every creature hear. The plane of soul is but the ether of the spirit plane, vibrating not so fast. We always give the analogy of the blades of a fan. Okay, and how quick they spin in comparison to how low they may spin. Okay, low, medium, high. And in the slower rhythm of this plane, the essence of life are manifest. What is the essence of life? Here it is. The perfumes and the odors and the true sensations and the all of love manifest. That's the essence. It's the essence of our life. And these soul attributes became a body beautiful. Okay? There's a difference between the carnal body and the body beautiful. A multitude of lessons man must learn upon the plane of soul. And here he tarries many ages until his lessons are all learned. Upon the boundary, here we go, of the plane of soul, the ether began to vibrate slower still. And then the essences took on a final guard. My sister.
I don't understand Islam. Rising on praise to Allah, honor to His holy prophet, prophet of the
Yes.
Honor to each and every one of you, honor to where honor is due, and honor to I don't understand. I guess like maybe the word manifest,
yes,
or like plane of soul, because every time I think of manifest, I think of like something that's actually there that you can see.
Right.
So how is it that like the essence of life and like everything is on the soul plane, but like manifest is like flesh?
Yes.
Something wrong. Something right now. Something's not right now.
Manifest has many definitions.
Okay.
You know, one definition of manifest is something that is made plain, visible, or obvious to the senses.
Okay.
Manifest is something, basically something that is made plain.
Okay.
So when it talks about the plane of soul, and it talks about the essence of life are manifest, the essence of life are made plain. Okay? It's made plain to the senses. But the senses, not as the senses as we know them today. Because on the soul plane is where we experience the true sensations. All of the senses that we experience on the plane of physical are dull, and it's basically interpretations from the brain. The things that we see, we don't see with our eyes. You know, you don't hear with your ears. You know, you don't smell with your nose. You don't taste with your tongue. All of these are electrical signals that are processed in the brain. Thus, it is made physical. So on the soul plane are the true sensations.
Right.
Sight have no idea what true sight is. Which is why I'm going to talk about the third eye.
Islam.
And what that means in regards to who we are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can I ask a tangential
Yes,
question today?
yes.
Okay. So, on the plane of soul,
Yes,
true essences of everything,
yes.
but we still have lessons to learn there.
Still got lessons to learn.
So, like in my mind, I just think my conception is wrong. Like in my mind, you go to the soul plane, boom, you like everything is there,
Right.
you know, you got it. But
Right.
you're not perfect there because you still
Yep.
have things to learn
Still
there.
got
Like
things to
how
learn.
is it like that plane is where you can finally get perfected? You're not personally perfected there, but this is where like everything, the truth and the full essence of everything is.
Yes.
And once you learn those lessons,
Yes.
that's when you go,
Yes.
now you're perfect. And
Yes.
now you learn
Yes.
your spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
Because man is perfected. But when he suffers, you endure things. On the plane of manifest and on the plane of soul. So it's like a higher school.
Yeah,
You
so I was
graduate.
saying, it was like, okay, so like down here in flesh, you learn some lessons. Okay, cool. You know enough. Now you're ready to go to this realm
Yes.
where like you get the full essences
Yes.
of everything.
Yes.
And you're not yet perfect. But
Not
once
yet
you
perfect.
learn all of those lessons
Right.
and like the full essence of
Right.
everything, you learned your lessons. Okay, you're good now. Now you can be a spirit.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Because remember, soul plane, soul in the flesh is finite. So you're not perfect yet. It's finite. A manifest is finite. You're not looking at something in its true form if it's a manifest. Okay? It has been diluted so that you can experience that thing. A manifest is an illusion. That's why the Quran talks about the essence of life, the essence of existence. Manifest.
Concentrate.
Okay? But it's manifest. It's not in its true form. Okay? Islam, Chairman.
Islam, Moorish. First, I'm rising above praises to Allah. Honor to His holy and divine prophet, Prophet Muhammad, honor to each and every one of you, and honor to our idols. Praise Allah. One thing that I consider when thinking about the soul plane is when Prophet Jesus crossed the borderland and
Yes.
lived.
Yes.
It talked about him sitting in council with the ancient prophets and patriarchs
right.
of olden times.
That's right.
It talked about him standing before the assembly
Yes.
and telling his human story,
That's
his
right.
life story.
That's right.
So this plane of soul is like a reflection of what occurred here,
Islam.
and making those things plain to you, the lessons that you couldn't quite
Yeah.
grasp
Yeah,
here.
it's going, yeah.
You get to learn those lessons fully
Oh,
on the
yeah.
plane of soul and
Oh,
learn
yeah.
from others' experiences as well.
Islam.
You know, so that's a part of the educational process. And
Yes.
then also, you still have foes that you have to fight on the plane of soul.
That's right.
So that's all a part of the learning process.
That's right.
Peace.
Islam.
Yeah, so I was actually just talking about this the other day, kind of joking around a little bit with Brother D. Lewis Hill, but it's not like, kind of like what you just said, it's not like you pass away, then you go to the soul plane, up, I know everything now,
Right.
I understand why this happened or why that happened when I was in the flesh. No, you have to learn. It
You have
doesn't
to
just
learn.
come to you.
It doesn't just come to you, but there is realization
Okay.
in regards to the full aspect of your life. In the errors that you made, the positive aspects of your life, there's full realization.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you one thing?
My sister,
So if you're still vibrating,
you still
right?
vibrate, just at a higher
Okay,
frequency.
gotcha.
Yes. It's not
That was making sense.
Islam I just wanted to try to give an example of manifest. For example, if you're making spaghetti for dinner, you thought about that you're making spaghetti for dinner first. When you thought about making the spaghetti, it was perfect in your mind because that's how you're going to make the spaghetti. It's perfect. So then you go get the ingredients.
Yeah.
Now you got your tomatoes
good.
and
That's
whatever
good.
vegetarian things, your
That's
noodles.
good.
Those things are perfect because
That's
that's how they came. That tomato is like that. It's a tomato. It's a true tomato. Then once you start cutting that tomato up, put it into your bowl,
Yes.
now that tomato is no longer a physical real tomato anymore because you now kind of diluted it into something different. Now your finished product is spaghetti. Now, whether or not it's exactly how you thought it was in the beginning depends on, you know, how you manifested it through your actions.
That's right.
And that's one way of kind of thinking of manifesting things. And then as far as the soul plane, meditation is our way of almost being on the soul plane while we're still here.
Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Meditation can help you
Come on, brother.
solve problems here
Come on,
that
brother.
you have to solve once you're on the soul
Brother,
plane.
you work.
So when it talks about Jesus crossing the borderline,
Come
he was
on.
able to
Come
do
on.
that through high levels of meditation that he's done throughout his entire life.
Good.
So through those high levels of meditation, he's able to cross that borderland at will.
Good.
Where for someone who's just experiencing meditation, it may take years for you to get to a point where you even have a realization of, oh wait, I just learned something from my meditation. Because of all the years of us not meditating and having it, our minds are really diluted, and you're trying to build up your mental capacity
That's
and your
good.
spiritual and
That's
soul
good.
capacity to now cross these borderlands, which
good,
are
my
really,
brother.
really vibrations, if you will.
Vibrations.
And with that, I say peace.
He's very good, my brother. Very good. Very good.
Let him go first and then take it.
Oh, that's not my right. No, praise Allah, honest, the prophet, Shirley, honest, Marvin, honest, Sherry, honest. So mine is real quick. When I think about this whole thing, I think about some of us are cartoon watchers here. Go check out this cartoon Avatar. Because he was able to go into the Avatar state, which was to go into the soul plane, and he could talk to all his ancient selves and receive experience from them on how to work out the things that was on the physical plane. But he was also working out things on the soul plane. So that cartoon, it really helped you understand what the chakras are and what the soul plane is from a Buddhist perspective. That's it.
My realization is opening up.
Praise Allah.
And I wanted to touch on, there was something I wanted to touch on about different aspects of the soul plane.
Yes.
Now, when you pass form,
Yes.
you no longer have this brain.
No.
Because the brain don't follow you. So illness is like if you have
That's right.
mental illness in
No,
the
it doesn't
brain,
follow.
it doesn't follow. So you be more, you appeal in the soul plane. Now when you on a soul plane, everything will come at you in a high definition. I'm just using it as a small, definition.
Okay.
More, but it's far greater than
far greater.
definition. But it comes at you with it's more concentrated.
Islam.
It's more concentrated,
Okay.
but you never fail.
No failure for the human soul. For Allah's leading on.
And
Victory is sure.
So no matter how many times you fall, you're gonna eventually make it.
That's right. That's right. Everything is going to be redeemed.
No matter how many times you have to come in.
That's right.
But you don't want to come in too repetition.
That's the law of growth.
But that's what they said. Too much repetition is not time city.
Right.
You want to get too tired that you want to learn those lessons, and then you gonna go on to the spirit where everything is.
One with
is
Allah.
perfect.
Praise
Right.
God. Thank you.
God, they teach you.
Islam.
Once again, honor to his luscious prophet, honor to each and every one of you. Praise Allah for the demonstration. I just wanted to say briefly that, just for clarity's sake, when we do go, when you pass form, you go to the soul plane, and yes, it's vibrating just at a faster level. So yes, it's a plane of reflection, and we can go, you kind of like look back and see the things that you needed to work on or you should have worked. It comes so much clearer to you. And yes, you still have to work them out with things you have to suffer because you haven't gone through that, you haven't passed the test yet. But you still realize the fact that you even need to work on it. Some things we don't even get that we need to work on. And we pass, and then you're like, oh, I didn't even know that I was doing that today. I didn't even, the realization comes in, but the work is still needed.
Yes.
However, also I just wanted to say that it's not like step. Like you don't go, you plan to manifest past, go to the soul plane, and then you go right to the spirit plane after you work on everything on the soul. One is sure to find himself, we can solve his problems best. So once you realize if you need work that still needs to be done, you have to go back.
Right.
to
right.
the plane of manifest,
That's
you know, the plane of flesh.
That's
You have
right.
to go back to this
That's right.
plane,
That's right.
and then go back and do the same process again. So that's what we're saying. You don't. That's why it's the plane of manifest at all times. You would never be able to go to the spirit. It wouldn't, you know, you once your spirit, it's over. So that's why the soul has to be the plane of manifest. So if you have to work it out and come back to another plane of manifest, you already like on manifest. You get what I'm saying, Moors? It's already fleshy. It's a vibration that is more of it's more murky than spirit, you know. So once you reach the spiritual level, you've already evolved to that level where things of man aren't even, you know, on your dial plate at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you wouldn't even go from one to one to one. Because I used to believe that, okay, so it's saying that, you know, so go to you pass, and then you work out your life sums, and then
Right.
you go, you know, into, you back one with Allah. However, it's not stating that. Once it says that when man has conquered carnal things,
Right.
this garb of flesh will then have served its purpose well.
Right.
So you have to go through everything,
Yes.
whether you go on the soul back, going back. That's why we said young ones, they might have came right back. Right back. Like they was just here. So that's why it's like they picking up technology like it's nothing.
Yes.
I was already doing it. I was working on that. Then I passed, I came right back, I already know how to do that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? More so a lot of things is right. Some of us have to come right back, but it's
Right.
where you can solve your problems best at.
Right.
And time isn't the way we govern time here. So that's why
Right.
sometimes it can seem
That's
confusing.
right.
Like, well, how do they come right back?
Wow.
Time isn't measured the same way. Peace.
Yes. We jump in a lesson, but I'm allowing it because we're going to be traveling. It's not just to be how it's going. Islam. Praise Allah.
So my question was, sister, she gave me a lot more clarity.
Good.
But the Quran tells us, and I honestly cannot find, my pages are all out of sorts. So anyway, I know that when we're here on the planet manifest,
Right.
we're supposed to work out our life as
right.
best as possible.
That's right.
according to the lessons
That's right.
that the Prophet gave to us.
That's right.
And I know that when we make it to the soul plane, Allah deems it necessary.
That's right. That's right.
I know that Allah calls you to the soul plane.
Right.
It can be so that you're not furthering your transgressions. So before the sister got up and spoke, my question was basically, I guess I was thinking that stair steps too.
Right.
Because I was like, well, if that's where Allah says, okay, then you got to answer for some things.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so it's just that easy to answer for some things, and then what? And then
Right.
on to the next?
Right.
I'm like, you had the opportunity to work out your life sums
Right.
and do what you're supposed to do, as we all are.
Right.
But whether you were doing pretty good and hey, Allah said, Allah has his reason.
Yes. Yes.
It's your time.
Yes.
Like you take the express train instead of the local, like, but
That's right.
I know that Allah has his own reasons, and
Yes.
the sister did help me, but I just needed to know. Oh, now you get it?
Right.
Okay, you maybe you didn't get it so well, but now you got it,
Right.
and now just like that.
That's
So I
right.
guess the sister did help me out.
Yes. It's alhamdulillah. And it's almost like a SAT test. It's time. Can't take all day and all night doing your test. So once you come through the manifest, you have a time frame to do what you got to do to work out your life sum. Once time is up, time is up. I'm calling that soul back. And like the chapter religion says, when the soul has shaken off the cumbrous shackles of this mortal life, shall equally receive from the sentence of just and everlasting retribution according to what? Their works. So it's all dependent upon whether or not you've conquered carnal things. And that's why you can't judge nobody. You can't look at nobody's life and say, well, man, I know I know they coming back. They crazy. You don't know what they were battling with in their minds. You don't know whether Allah deemed it. You suffered. You endured. You conquered carnal things. Or you have not conquered carnal things. If you have not conquered carnal things, son, daughter, you got to go back, work out some more life. Okay? Once you finish conquer carnal things here, then you graduate. The graduation is contingent upon you conquering carnal things. Then you move on to other lessons on the soul plane. Okay? Just another tidbit. The lower self does not exist on the soul plane. The difference between the foes on the manifest and the soul plane, the devil, the foe is within. On the soul plane, it says unnumbered foes will stand before. Face him. These he must overcome, ye overcome them every one. Why? Because everything is a thought. Whatever has been made must be unmade. So whatever thought that you carry, you're going to have to meet it at some point in time and unmake it. Islam Moorish.